Okay.
Cho tôi hỏi là theo ông thì đồng tiền của Mỹ có thể bị thay thế bởi đồng tiền của Trung Quốc trong tương lai hay không?
He asked about the question about the currency. He asked how do you think the US dollar can be replaced by the renminbi Chinese. This means the currency. The US dollar can be replaced as the dominant currency. What do you think?
Well, let me respond the following way. After the First World War, and especially after Bretton Woods, the US dollar became the dominant currency in the world. Partly because the US was the largest economy. It was also the superpower, the country with the strongest army and navy and air force. And so many factors led to the US becoming the reserve currency of the world. It means that if I remit money from Thailand to Switzerland, the money goes through clearing banks in America and is then remitted to Switzerland. The reserve currency is also important in the sense that most central banks in the world hold the majority of their money in US dollars, which are deposited with the Federal Reserve in America. Now, as I explained yesterday in my presentation, the world has changed. The Chinese economy, in terms of industrial production, we're not talking about services, industrial production is much larger than the US. China trades much more with other countries than the US. And the US has taken measures in recent years which are very negative for the US dollar, for the trust in the US dollars, in the sense that they freeze assets of countries and of people they didn't like. So increasingly, countries like China and Russia and Brazil and other Asian countries, India and so forth, they use other currencies to trade with each other than the US dollar. The US dollar is still the major currency, but the trend is away from the US dollar. And this trend, I think, will continue. That's why, in the long run, I'm negative about the US dollar. But as I explained yesterday, you can be negative about the US dollar and still think for the next 3 months the US dollar will go up. Because there's a long-term trend and a short-term trend. So the short-term trend may be up for the dollar, long-term down. And for sure, in 20 years, 30 years, the US dollar is no longer going to be the reserve currency of the world. That is sure. But exactly which currency will be the reserve currency, we don't know. And how it will be structured, maybe paper money will disappear, maybe it will be cryptocurrencies, or maybe we'll go back to a gold standard, you know. We don't know. But for sure, the US dollar, the importance of the US dollar is diminishing, is going down. And other currencies will become more important.
Okay, thank you, Marc Faber. And then the last question.